All right, neutral.
All right, neutral cards. We're going to run through these relatively quickly because it's really late. Brian's about to die.
I am about to die, but most of these, except for some of the legendaries and epics, are just. I mean, they are just what they are.
Yeah. So let's go. First up, Jar Dealer, 1/1 for 1. Death Rattle. Add a random 1-cost minion to your hand.
Boom.
Sure.
There you go. Yeah.
Beaming Sidekick. Okay, this one's actually really good. 1 mana, 1/2. Battle Cry. Give a friendly minion +2 health.
I like it.
Like, that's gonna be in zoo style decks. Straight up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Mogu Cultist.
I like this guy.
This card is so stupid. A 1 mana 1/1. Battle Cry. If your board is full of Mogu Cultists, sacrifice them all and summon Highkeeper Ra.
Yeah.
Highkeeper Ra is a 20/20 that says at the end of your turn, deal 20 damage to all enemies.
Yeah. So, yeah. But somehow you have to come up with 7 of this guy.
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't sat down and worked out how to do it. Because I don't care. It'll be highlights and trolled in videos on the internet.
Forever.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah. I want to watch other people do it, but I'm not going to, like... Now, I'm going to get, like, 12 copies of this card, and I'm going to be like, fine. But you can only have 2 in your deck anyway, so you have to do shenanigans. So...
Like, the payoff is really sick.
But it's going to make you sick to get there.
Exactly.
Like actually, like, sick.
Like nauseous. You're going to have to go to the hospital. All right.
Yeah.
Mermy is a 1 mana 1/1 Murloc. That's important. With Reborn.
Yep. It's a Murloc mummy.
Yay,
Nice.
Murloc mummy. Okay, this is neat. The Dwarven Archaeologist. 2 mana 2/3. After you discover a card, reduce its cost by 1. That's interesting.
Yeah, and as a fan of Discovery, I like this card. It doesn't have any built-in on its own. Feels like might want to be in Druid. I mean,
there's lots of Discover across all the entire game, so...
It is. But just looking at the set in general. So...
I don't know what to do with it. Like, it could be that this is so niche that it's not actually worth putting into a deck. But it could also be that it's so good that you have to put it into certain decks. Yeah. I can't tell right now.
It is perfectly on curve as a 2/3 for 2. So, yeah. I don't understand this next card.
Well, I do, because I watched some of the live streams. So, Zephyrus the Great is a 2 mana 3/2 legendary. He's an elemental. That's important.
He's a Jin, but he's an elemental, yeah.
And it says Battle Cry. If your deck has no duplicates, wish for the perfect card. So the way this deck works is, it has been programmed to look at the board state and give you 3 options for something that would be brilliant.
Huh.
So, like, if your opponent has a bunch of minions, it'll give you something like Brawl, Flame Strike, something like that on the third one. And if you play it on turn 2, you'll get like 3 options for really, really powerful 3-drops, like Animal Companion and 2 other things.
Okay.
Like, it looks at the board state and goes, all right, I've been programmed to recognize that these would be good cards in here. Like, if you've got a bunch of minions, it might give you Savage Roar. And things like that, for instance.
This feels really interesting. I'm very curious to craft this card just to see what it does. Like, to actually, like, get a sense of, here's what it thinks is the perfect card, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I appreciate the explanation.
It's really trippy, and I think it's probably going to be one of those that if you're going to play the singletons, this is one of the reasons why. Because it always gives you, well, the perfect card.
And it's a 3/2 for 2, And it's neutral, so
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, it's cheap, so you can do it and then cast whatever your perfect card is. Like, it's just... Yeah, it's just...
And you still discover it. So... Huh. Alright.
Alright,
cool.
And then... This card is insane. If you're playing Quest. 2 mana, 2/3, the Questing Explorer. 2 mana, 2/3, Battle Cry. If you control a quest, draw a card. Like, what is the one downside of quests that's always there?
That it's in your opening hand?
It's in your opening hand, you cast it on one, so you're essentially starting down a card.
Right.
Boom. Questing Explorer on 2, makes that right back up, and it's a 2/3 for 2.
And with, like, the Warlock quest, actually gets you further along.
And the Shaman quest.
And the Shaman quest, and it's a Battle Cry, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Hunter quest.
Yeah. See? This card is really good.
Yeah, it is.
If you're playing quests. Otherwise, it's stupid.
Otherwise, yeah. Okay.
Alright, next. Injured Tol'Vir. 2 mana, 2/6 with Taunt. Which sounds really good, but the Battle Cries deal 3 damage to this minion. So it's another one of those that starts at a certain toughness but automatically hurts itself. So
Yep. Seen this before.
Yeah, but this one has Taunt.
That's true.
So it's like a cheaper damage Stegatron, or like a slightly different injured Blade Master. Like, yeah. This is almost a priest card, in other words.
Yeah, might as well be.
Because when you resurrect it, it's a 2/6. That's the important bit. Serpent Egg, 2 mana, 0/3, Death Rattle, summon a 3/4 Sea Serpent.
Yep.
Has there ever been an egg printed that gave you a minion that wasn't good?
I don't know why they would.
Nerubian Egg was good. Devilsar Egg was good. Scarab Egg is good. Yeah, this card is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Like it. Fish Flinger. Just. I gotta see the flavor text.
Oh god. You have to read it.
Yeah. Okay. So Fish Flinger for 2 is a 3/2 Murloc. It has the battle cry of making my computer take off. It has a battle cry of add. It seems to do that when I like zoom in on the card. Add a random Murloc to each player's hand. It's holding a fish. It throws a fish. It's like, you get a fish, and you get a fish, and you get a fish, except Murlocs. So
read the flavor text. Okay.
The scent of fish lingers on the fish flinger's fish fingers.
All right.
Yeah.
Spitting Camel. Oh god. Spitting Camel is a 2 mana 2/4 beast. It says at the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to another random friendly minion.
So it's a way to trigger, like in Priest. Oh look, now you have to heal this.
Oh yeah, that too. It puts damage on things that you can then restore. Okay. It also triggers things in Warrior that like it when it's damaged.
Yep.
And it also is just a drawback to balance that it's a 2 mana 2/4.
Yes. Were you expecting another bad pun? No, I wasn't.
It's actually, were you expectorating another bad pun?
Oh, good. Oh, God. Oh.
Thank you, Spitting Camel. You essentially spit in Brian's brain.
Yes. Let's keep moving.
Kobold Sand Trooper. 2 mana 2/1. Death Rattle. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. Honestly, not bad.
Yeah, seems...
I mean, 3 face damage early in the game doesn't really matter, but it's entirely possible to do, like, weird combo-y nonsense with this, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah, actually, seems not bad.
Yeah, it's not great, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Templar Berserker. 2 mana 1/2 Reborn. Has +2 attack while damaged.
This really makes me think that the Reborn stuff comes back damaged down to 1.
I think it does, yeah, now that I've seen this again.
I feel like it needs to be clarified, but this makes me, and enough other stuff we've seen makes me think it is. Otherwise, this is just like, what?
I think the fact that it says resurrects with 1 health the first time it dies, otherwise it would say something like set it to 1 health or something.
I guess.
Yeah, let me go look at Redemption, which is not a warrior card. It's also not a weapon. Oh my god. Redemption says return it to life with 1 health. Oh. I forget. Does Redemption bring it back damaged or not?
I can't
remember. Now that I'm trying to think of
it's been a while since I've played with Redemption. So
oh well. Either way, we're pretty sure it's
unredeemed.
damaged though. So moving on.
Okay.
It's another reborn card, whatever.
The Neverset Rituals. This is kind of interesting. For 2, it's a 2/3 battle cry. Restore adjacent minions to full health.
This card is good.
If you have been like wailing on their high toughness creatures or minions, trying to knock them down, and then they're like, hey, for 2 mana, they're back up to full health. Seems pretty good. Plus, again, reborn stuff.
Yeah. It also goes really well with things that damage themselves, like
yes,
the guy we just saw,
the injured Tolvar,
or the injured Blade Master. Yeah,
spitting camel.
Yeah,
victims.
Yeah, this card is good. This card is good.
Yes.
All right, next, Quicksand Elemental, 2 mana, 3/2 Elemental. Battlecry, give all enemy minions -2 attack this turn. Ooh.
I hear Shrink Ray is pretty good.
No, you're thinking of something else, but yeah.
I am probably thinking of something else, but I hear this effect is pretty good.
Yeah. And it's an elemental, so Shaman will just randomly get it and kill you with it.
Yeah. You're like, okay, well, at least I've got a random board state, and they're like, random elemental, and play this, and your combat math is all wrong. And you're like, of course it is.
Of course it is. All right. Bug Collector, 2 mana, 2/1, Battlecry, summon a 1/1 Locust with Rush. Oh, the Locust is not shown.
Same one.
Related card. That's weird.
But it's the same one as from the Swarm of Locusts. Yeah.
So this is another one of those that might appear in Zoo-style decks or token-style decks because it's 2 bodies for 1, and some of it has Rush. I don't know.
Seems pretty good for Arena.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
The Bug Collector's flavor text is the only one who likes bees. Oh my god. All right. Vile Fiend, 2 mana, 2/2 demon with lifesteal.
Boom. You got it.
Yeah, nice and
there
simple.
You go.
There you go.
A demon that won't kill you.
Unless you've got Alkanai Soul Priest.
Yes.
Candle Taker, 3 mana, 3/2 with Reborn.
There you go.
Yep.
Doesn't even have lifesteal.
Nice and simple. What the hell is this?
The Vulpera Scoundrel. I thought this was interesting. For 3, it's a 2/3. Battlecry, discover a spell or pick a mystery choice. So you essentially get a choice of 4, but you don't know what the 4th one is.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
The flavor text says, a spell is a spell, but the mystery choice could be anything. Parentheses, it's also a spell. Huh. That's neat.
Yeah, it's the do you want to know what's behind door number 2 thing.
Yeah.
Or door number 4 when you can see doors 1 through 3. So, I think most of the time you're going to pick something you know. You're given a choice between 3 things you know, but there is a certain allure. I feel like if I get this card, I'm going to make mistakes with it all the time. I feel like this is going to be on the videos,
like trolled videos, yeah.
The trolled videos, yeah. It's going to be like, okay, I really want to take care of them. They're at like 2 life, and I have, a flame strike or a blizzard or a, arcane knowledge or whatever, and I really just want that last spell to be like a fireball, and it's turned out to be something like Totemic Surge. So you're
Nice.
like, oh.
Yeah. But,
So,
I mean, we've all been to the point where you go, discover, I just need a... None of this helps. Well, now you've got another option.
It's a fourth option. You just don't know what it is.
Nice. Okay, moving on.
Don't ever trust the kitty cat with the dice.
I think it's a fox.
Is it a fox? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, Volpera, I think it's a fox, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so this card is neat. Generous Mummy. This is the 3-mana card that has Reborn, and your opponent's cards cost 1 less, but it's a 5/4.
Yeah.
So I get that it's way overstated and has a drawback. That drawback is not worth it. I'm 90% of the time, that drawback is not worth it. Giving your opponent the ability to cast more things in a turn is not worth having a 5/4 a turn early.
Yeah. Now it is a 5/4 that turns into a 5/1 after it dies. I agree with you. I think the stats are just high enough that it makes me go, Like if this was a 4/4, I'd be like, no.
But like,
there's
the fact that it has Reborn actually works against you because you can't just, oh god, and run it into something and it'll die, because it comes right back.
I get that, but there's going to be a time, I mark my words, there's going to be a time where someone plays this against you on their turn 3 when they went first, and you're going to tap on 3 and be like, okay, great, now my stuff that I could play next turn, I can play this turn, and you look at it and you're like, but I don't want any of this. So there will be the occasion where this will work out. I agree with you, though, it's highly risky.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Play it later in the game? That feels like an easy way to lose. Okay, now I can play my 8-cost spell. Thanks. Yeah.
Alright.
Next.
Mischief Maker. A 3-mana 3/3 battle cry. Swap the top card of your deck with your opponent's.
Yeah, again, me loving the Burgle effects and Rogue, loving RNG, I see myself jamming this in pretty much every deck. Doesn't matter that I'm giving up something good. Probably going to do it anyway.
I love that the art is a goblin trading a Gurubashi chicken for the golden idol. That just makes me happy. But otherwise, it's a silly card. Whatever.
Yeah.
Infested Goblin, 3-mana 2/3 taunt, Death Rattle, add 2 1/1 scarabs with taunt to your hand. You play this with the Armageddillo and into the fray. It could also not be bad just to stall, maybe.
Yeah. When you're just don't want to die.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep. Speaking of hand buff, the history buff. Get it? Because buff. 3-mana 3/4. Whenever you play a minion, give a random minion in your hand +1/+1. So you're not going to be able to keep the same minion in your hand over and over again unless you're playing everything else. But I like the fact that it is an effect that you have some control over.
I also really like that it's just a spider tank. Like 3-mana 3/4 is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So you're not giving up stats to get the hand buff. It's already good.
We'll keep in mind that it's one of these what we call do nothing cards in Magic, where it has no immediate effect on the board, aside from its stats, until you do something else.
Yeah.
So I think keeping the stats there is fine. Although I agree with you, they could have put this at 3/3 and been like, okay, that's not bad. By doing it at 3/4, it makes it much more attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, Golden Scarab, a 3-mana 2/2 beast. Battlecry, discover a 4-cost card. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have... I was a fan... There was a guy, I think, in Kazakhstan, or one of the first sets where we had Discover, that was for 2 cost, discover a 3-cost guy, or 3-cost card or whatever. And so it was literally, you played the 2 costs, and then you knew exactly what you were doing next turn. And that was beautiful. I ran that thing in every deck. It was a beetle of some kind, right? feel like it was a beetle.
I don't remember, but I think so.
Okay. So this is, again, the same thing. Don't love the 2/2 for 3, but again, you know exactly what you're doing next turn. And it's a beast.
It's an arena card.
Yeah. Next.
Speaking of arena cards, we've got the Desert Hare, 3 mana 1/1 beast that says summon 2 1/1 Desert Hares. So
there
it's
you go.
Essentially a 3 mana 3/3 that's spread out. This actually could see play in some sort of token deck since it goes wide.
It goes wide. They're beasts, so the hunter deck likes this card and the quest likes it. Everything that cares about beasts, stuff dying, stuff attacking,
the
blah,
quest
blah,
does
blah,
like
blah.
it. That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, Druid wants to pump all of these hares.
It does.
Alright, Bone Wraith. One of the probably better Reborn cards, I think. A 4 mana 2/5 with Taunt and Reborn.
Yeah, they gotta go through it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might as well have Divine Shield, but it's in reverse order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright. Oh lord, the Sunstruck Henchman. 4 mana 6/5, way overstated. At the start of your turn, this has a 50% chance to fall asleep.
So if it's asleep, it just, can't attack?
Probably?
Probably.
Pretty sure that's what that means. It would be even worse if it, falling asleep meant it, went into stasis. Like a Lucent Bark that died or something, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that because I hope the card's not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, you could find a way if you, use the Druid enchantment to give it Taunt, that it would still be useful if they still had to go through it. But if it's actually in stasis and just gone for a while, then that's worse.
Yeah.
So.
I just realized what this is for.
What's it for?
This is for Silence Priest. Because it's a 6/5.
It's an overstated 4-drop.
Yeah.
So most of those go in Silence Priest.
Yeah. So there you go. Play that in Silence Priest.
Oh, and maybe that the guy we didn't like earlier, the 3-drop 5/4, also Silence Priest.
Also Silence Priest, possibly.
There you go. Okay.
All right. Now this card, I don't know, man. 4 mana 3/10. It's Conjured Mirage. A 4 mana 3/10 with Taunt. But at the start of your turn, shuffle this minion into your deck.
I actually think it's pretty good because when you do that, if they did attack into it, all the damage comes off of it. So,
it absolutely is. Oh God, don't kill me this turn.
Yeah.
But it's also it goes back into your deck, so you don't get to bin it. It's literally just like an ice block almost.
Yeah. Does this mean you don't die by drawing?
Well, it has to. Oh, I guess it could be anti-fatigue. Yeah, as long as they don't silence it or kill it.
Oh, dude, this with Rogue and and Shadow of Death.
Oh, you're silly.
Just play one of these every turn.
You're very silly.
I am.
Also, Silence Priest. Okay. Moving on, Body Wrapper, 4 mana 4/4, Battlecry. Discover a friendly minion that died this game. Shuffle it into your deck. Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Seems.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Here's this thing that died, and I get to cast it again later. So.
Hey, you know what I really want?
What's that?
I really want a Ziliax. Because your Ziliax always dies. That's what it does.
Right.
I would be really cool with getting another Ziliax in my deck.
There you go.
And then casting the Town Crier to draw it. Anyway.
Or you could cast your Zephyrs the Great on turn 2, and it dies. And because it's the only copy of it in your deck, later you shuffle another one back in. You get to cast the perfect card again, whatever that might be. Okay.
Lord. All right. Wasteland Assassin, a 5-mana 4/2 with Stealth and Reborn. Okay. Yep. Things that you'd
There
expect.
you go.
Ooh, here we go. Here's another taunt guy. A 5-mana 4/5 Phalanx Commander. Your taunt minions have +2 attack.
And I love the fact that he doesn't actually have taunt himself. As weird as that sounds, I like the fact that he doesn't, because
It protects him.
it protects him.
Yeah,
how
he
many
can
times
stand
have they?
behind the wall? Yeah.
How many times have you played like the 3-drop? All your guys get +1/+1, and then but you have no way to like protect it if you don't already have a taunt, and they're like, okay, that's the first target.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it.
Seems good.
Yep.
This guy, Faceless Lurker, a 5-mana 3/3 with taunt. Battlecry, double this minion's health.
This is such a misnomer. He clearly has a face.
Faceless, I think, is a almost a race, not a description.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like I've seen another faceless card somewhere before. But...
Yeah, there've been several. Yeah.
Okay.
This guy is just begging to be played in some sort of hand buff.
You got it.
That's about it, though.
Yeah. I mean, otherwise it's what, 3/6 for 5. So
yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a common, so.
Okay, here's another one of those weird cards with a drawback. A 5-mana 8/8 mech, the Mortuary Machine. Like 5-mana 8/8, that's a big number. After your opponent plays a minion, give it Reborn. Oh. So playing one taunt means that you're never gonna punch them with this.
Pretty much. But it's still an 8/8 for 5.
True.
I think it's neat. And the flavor text is awesome.
Okay.
The ankle bone's connected to the shin bone. The knuckle bone's connected to the... it'll be fine.
Lord. You know what? Silence
What?
Priest. Got that.
If you say Silence Priest for the next card, I'm laughing.
Maybe. Alright. Desert Obelisk. A 5-mana 0/5. If you control 3 of these at the end of your turn, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Now, if you control 3 of these, they all say that, so you're actually dealing 5 damage to a random enemy 3 times.
You just have to find a way to, like, play 3 of these.
Yeah. And there are plenty of ways to copy things and whatnot, I guess. You can damage
There are.
and cast the 3/3 warrior card. There's the Faceless Manipulator. There's all kinds of stuff.
I don't know that I like this one. I mean, the payoff is huge, but it costs 5
Yeah.
to play it. So, I don't know.
It's not the best.
I'll let somebody else build that deck. Then I'll lose to it terribly.
Almost certainly. And
That is how that works. Yeah. Oh, this is not for Silence Priest, by the way.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
This one isn't bad. A 6-mana 3/4, the Cartute Defender. 6-mana 3/4 with Taunt and Reborn. And Death Rattle, restore 3 health to your hero. So when you get this off of that Rogue Cat that says get a random Reborn card,
Yeah.
it could be worse. This
I mean,
isn't
yeah.
the worst, especially in Rogue, where you're using your face to hit things.
This stands in the way. They have to go through it twice, and every time they kill it, you gain 3 life. So this is very much a, don't kill me kind of card.
Yeah.
This is a role player.
Yeah. I don't know if this is one you would play in a deck, but I think if you get it off of something random, I think you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Latent Decoy, because, Trojan Horse was a little too on the nose. So, 5 mana for 6/6, Death Rattle. Each player summons the low.
Wait, reverse that.
What'd I say?
It's 6 mana for a 5/5.
6 mana for a 5/5. I am up like 12 hours past my bedtime,
It's
so you have to
true,
bear with me. Death Rattle. Each player summons the lowest cost minion from their hand. And, okay, you do this and try and, when it dies, you get something. So do they. Hopefully your thing is better.
Also, anytime you're yoinking a minion out of an enemy's hand, you have a potential to be screwing their plans.
Exactly, like we talked about with the giant scorpion thing earlier. Yeah.
So,
And the flavor text, which I'm gonna let Chewie read.
You is being tricked by me, Togwaggle. Like, very subtle there, Togwaggle.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I imagine that he's not. I imagine in my head he's not waiting until this is done. He's like yelling that as they're pulling him inside the city gates, or however this is supposed to work.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Blatant decoy. Wrapped Golem, a 7-mana 7/5 with Reborn. At the end of your turn, summon a 1/1 Scarab with Taunt. Oh, it's the warrior guy.
It's the there was a 7/7 with the same ability.
Yeah, without the Reborn.
Without the Reborn, so I can get behind this. Literally, I'll probably get behind it and let it protect me all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of those when you get it as a random 7-drop, you're like, all right.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Oh god, Siamat. Dude, I like this card. 7 mana, 6/6 elemental. Battle Cry. Gain 2 of Rush, Taunt, Divine Shield, or Wind Fury, and it specifies that it's your choice. So it's not randomly get 2. You get to pick which 2 you want.
So I don't have to get taunt.
Exactly. Which the flavor text is taunt, which that's funny. But like, I think most of the time you're gonna want like Rush and Divine Shield.
That's gonna be it a lot of the time, but there may be a time where it's like, oh, empty board, Wind Fury, Divine Shield.
Yeah,
so
Wind Fury, Divine
now
Shield.
you have
Rush, Wind Fury is kill 2 things.
Yes.
Right now, like, yeah, it's a floor wax, it's a dessert topping.
Taunt, Divine Shield, you're not killing me anytime soon. I think probably the weirdest combination would probably be Taunt Wind Fury. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even Rush Taunt is like, kill that little thing now, and this is still here to block your big thing later. So, yeah. I like it. It's neat.
Yeah. I think this might be one of those that pops up in not every deck like Ziliax, but in lots of decks that are slower. I think they're just going to want to run Siamat.
Yeah. And it doesn't require you to have any deck building constraints whatsoever.
Yeah, so it's just one of those solid creatures.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is one that when they yank it out of your hand, you're going to be like, bad words. Because a 6/6 is fine, but it's not.
So much potential lost, yeah.
Yes.
Alright, then the Wasteland Scorpid. A 3/9 beast with poisonous.
For 7, but yeah.
I like this card. Again, it's another, when you get this as a random 7-drop, you're going to go, alright.
You're going to kill like
so many things.
So many things, like several little things or 2 big things, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind this card at all. I don't think it's one to put in a deck in Standard. Necessarily. But it's going to be an arena card, and it's going to be one of those random 7-drop cards that just makes you go, ha, 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 ha.
Yep.
Oh god. Octosari.
Octosari. An 8/8 for 8. Death Rattle. Draw 8 cards. I don't even know what to say.
This card is going to screw so many people. Like, they're going to get it off of a Stormbringer, and then their opponent's going to laugh and kill it and burn like 8 cards.
Yeah.
Or they're going to get it off of a Stormbringer in a long game, and their opponent's going to kill it, and they're going to die to fatigue immediately.
Yeah. But, I mean, I appreciate that this is some awesomeness. And it's a beast, so all of the, like, get a random beast cards, you're going to be like, huh. And you're going to be like, do I dare? Do you ever wish that your giant drew you 8 cards when it died? Well, good news.
Yeah. This is a strange card, and I can't wait to see what it does.
Warlock Quest.
Oh god. Alright. Pit Crocolisk. Not to be confused with River Crocolisk. This is way different.
Yeah.
So this is an 8 mana 5/6 beast. Battlecry, deal 5 damage. It's a less broken North Sea Kraken.
Yeah.
Because
North Sea Kraken is obnoxious.
Yeah, North Sea Kraken ruled Arena when it's in Arena. Mm-hmm. And I think this, the lower stat line is just more healthy. But the Battlecry dealing 5 damage is more, so, it balances out, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also a beast. And one that on turn 8 I probably would be fine to play as long as I wasn't about to die, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Anubisath Warbringer, a 9 mana 9/6. Death Rattle, give all minions in your hand +3/+3. Hey look, hand buff.
And I like it because it gives the opponent a choice between 2 bad things. I keep my 9 power guy, or you buff everything in my hand with if you think 2/2 is a lot, +2/+2, +3/+3 is nah.
Dude.
So,
I thought of something.
What's that?
This is one you have in your hand with the Rogue Legendary to make it a 1/1 for 1.
Oh, that's dirty.
Isn't it?
Yes. And this is one of these cards where if they throw it out of your hand onto the field, you're like,
sick.
Thank you.
Appreciate ya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god, King Feoris. This is weird. A 10 mana legendary. He's a 5/5. And his battle cry is, for each spell in your hand, summon a random minion of the same cost. Of the same cost as each spell.
Yes.
So if you've got, a Fireball and a Pyroblast and a Blizzard and a Ray of Frost, you get a 1, a 4, a 6, and a 10.
Yes. And you still have all those spells in your hand.
And you get the 5/5 as well.
Yeah.
I think, that's neat and all, but I don't know if that's a thing that would see much play. I guess if there is some kind of, okay, that's not true. If there's some sort of extreme spell-based deck, you remember we had Spell Hunter for a long time?
Mm-hmm.
And, some mage decks are, heavy on spells. I can see this as, a big turn 10 tempo play in those decks. Just, bah!
Yeah.
Fill my board with nonsense.
Just utter nonsense, yeah.
But I think the important thing is that this is a small nerf to Conjurer's Calling a 10-drop. Because 5/5 isn't
get this
bad, but it's way less than 12/12.
Much, much less.
Yeah. Alright, we're almost there.
It's a 5/5 that does nothing else if it comes in that way, so yeah.
Exactly, yeah. We've got Living Monument, a 10 mana 10/10 with Taunt.
Good flavor text, that's all that's... 10/10 with Taunt's fine, but this is not the greatest card in the world. This is just a monument.
Oh my god.
Jack Black.
Although this is another thing that Conjures Calling for 10. Oh god. You're gonna get these, and your opponent's gonna go, yes! And you're gonna cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally, speaking of 10 mana...
the best, possibly the best 10-drop you can get from Conjurer's Calling, the Colossus of the Moon. A 10 mana 10/10 with Divine Shield and Reborn.
And ever since I figured out how Reborn worked, I was like, is there going to be a Divine Shield with Reborn? And it's probably almost too good at lower costs, because that's just obnoxious.
I mean, there was one earlier, I think, wasn't there?
I
thought there was one. Lifesteal, Rush.
No.
No, there wasn't.
Nope. I talked about putting Pharaoh's blessing on a creature
yeah.
with But so if I understand correctly, so this is gonna have divine shield. You're gonna like deal X amount of damage to get rid of the divine shield. Then you're gonna deal it 10 damage to kill it. But it's gonna come back with reborn. But it's gonna come back with divine shield as well.
So now you have to hit it 2 more times to make it die.
Yes. The last time is just 1, unless they have. But you have to deal this thing. You have to kill this thing 4 times. Yeah. Or hit it with the priest plague of death, but that costs 9. So.
Or polymorph hex. There's lots of ways to do it, but not all classes have all the ways to deal with it.
No. Yes.
Yeah. So this is a big fella.
Yes.
Plus the flavor text is strike him down and you'll face the Colossus of the New Moon.
Oh, quick question for this guy. Oh no, never mind. I'm sorry. I was thinking about the rogue guy that makes your guys in your hand become 1/1s that cost 1. I'm like, hey, play this guy.
Oh, yeah, that's just death rattles.
But that's death rattles. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, you still could get it randomly with the Pharaoh's cat, which is really funny. So yeah, that's a not at all quick look at all of the Saviors of Uldum cards. What do you think,
We've been going
Brian?
for a while. I think that honestly, I had not played. I wasn't going to go on and on about this, but I haven't played Hearthstone in a little while. I haven't given up entirely. I just haven't really spent a whole lot of time on it. This looks really cool. So I think I'm going to try and build up a little bit of gold between now and the release and get me some packs, because this just looks fun. And it's fun in a lot of the classes that I like to play. So, and then Paladin, I'm like, I like that. But I think it looks like a fun set.
Yeah. By the way, the release is Tuesday, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So, thanks for having me on, and this was fun. And if Mike ever dies again, or even if Mike is still here, I'm still would love to come on and talk to you about future Hearthstone-y stuff. But it was cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So I wasn't sitting here talking to myself for 3 hours. All right. Well, so that was Saviors. Let us know what you think of the set, and if there's anything we were just horribly wrong on. Like, there were a few in Rise of Shadows that I was not horribly wrong on, but there were a few that I just didn't seem to get. So.
And that happens all the time.
Yeah. So let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I'll be pushing for Legend again this month now that there's a new set. So hopefully, I'll hit it this time. Yeah. So
cool.
Thank you.
Good luck.
So very much for joining us, and go play some Hearthstone.